in these camps, there is huge needs. First of all, like as I mentioned, in terms of shelter, in terms of food, in terms of free healthcare services, in terms of protection, in terms of water and sanitation. These are the key things these are the basic needs that they really need to provide as soon as possible, very urgently, that these people, they need this support. So we appeal and we strongly advise and advocate for the IDPs that the government is very good. That recently I have attended a government coordination meeting whereby they are yes, really wanted to support. So we encourage those kind of initiative and the discussions and recognizing the IDPs camps, but also we need to see actions in place on ground that these IDPs get enough protection, get enough, at least is the basic needs that they need. For example, sometimes even some situations like people travel from very, very far away a location to come and access our services, whereby we are providing services. So we really advise strongly the other humanitarian NGOs or the humanitarian actors to immediately come and provide also services to those who are living in a very precarious and difficult situations in Benue State. We are there with them every day and every now and then, and we are in the really like become very close to them. So in terms of willingness, they have willingness to go. And I think also I attended one of the meetings recently have been organized by SEMA Executive Secretary, whereby there is discussion about like resettlement, these kind of things. But they will still remain discussions and also like ideas. But for the time being, I don't know exactly, I have no idea exactly, but the IDPs are really willing, for example, to go back. That is, if from my understanding, I cannot say exactly whether they can go back there, the situation is safe or not safe, but to be honest, they are willing to go back. And even the state emergency management agency also in several meetings that we have interacting with them, meeting with them, also they discussed with us that they are having these plans of resettlement, even not now, maybe in the near future. But I don't know, I don't have date, I don't know when and how it will happen. But several times I hear the SEMA executive director mentioned about these resettlement ideas. The thing that need to be done is that first of all, in terms of like the current administration on for SEMA, they are really very, very, very active in terms of reporting, collecting information, organizing, sharing with the actors. So first thing is that to organize in terms of, for example, what is exactly needed, like as I was mentioned about the basic needs and the protection that they need. Then after that, the relevant actors and stakeholders need to also to be involved with. They need to take part of it. So they will be contributing in terms of supporting the government on the resettlement, something like that. And the other things also maybe in further involvement of the IDPs themselves also, that how they feel, maybe something like that, how they feel, are they comfortable? All these kind of things it need to be discussed. I think involving them, involving the relevant stakeholders, having the right information, then after that will be easier. And of course, the most important thing in terms of funding to resettle people requires a substantial amount of money that requires for this big action. So those are some of the points that maybe need to be considered as well. In terms of the real situation and where and what is actually being shared, maybe in terms of in media or with the people, outside, maybe the people do not have the real picture. So our appeal, our advice is that maybe it is better people to come and see what is happening. And that is why in several meetings, we normally say that it is very important to coordinate all our efforts, including the advocacy, including the trying to invite other people to come and see, at least also cartel visit, conduct cartel visit to understand the situation. So the real thing is that the needs on ground, especially in the camps, versus maybe people, the other people knowing about what is happening in Benue State, especially in terms of IDPs and their needs, is underreported.